Dover Beach. So we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife and amenities. So you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the Beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, Minor Chill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Aberdeen Jones Building, Gall Hill, Christchurch. You can purchase premium meat cuts specifically to suit your needs at unbeatable prices. You can also find us in the
Rentals 46-243-4653 or 246-230-5850. Go to our website at www.scottdeals.biz. Our email address is kkscott@hotmail.com and our Facebook is Scotty's Cheap Car Rentals. Visa and MasterCards accepted. Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. This week's Sweet Vibe Music Show on Hot 90. Dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Visit www.bdsmfc.org. Fabulous football. Weeks and weekend, Friday 26th through Monday 29th May 2023. Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic. Our YouTube channel is BIMFC Masters, and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details. The Barbados of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and
Yeah, Jerry. Hello. Yes. Yes, can you hear me? Gary? Gary? Yes, I hear you. Gary?
Match number 1.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
The other way.
Yeah, I can hear you. Good. Gotta rub it out. Channel. Alright, sweet. Did I do anything?
Egglin, Dick Grandison, pass given up by Goddard. He's going to mark that one down to a pass given away, which he doesn't normally do. 12, we're heading towards the 13th minute as we press and probe. The second match of the evening. We want those teams to get themselves sorted and ready to roll for that 4 p.m. kickoff, of course, followed by a 5 p.m. match as well. Ball rolled all the way over to Webster. Hold control and leave it this time as it comes all the way back to Paul Jones. The Englishman gives it away. He immediately apologizes because that was one of the easier passes of the evening. This is Webb. Right foot shot coming off of the right foot and the left foot at the same time. And he nullified his own shot there, Marnie, because he had the chance to hit it near post. But for somehow he hit the ball hit the right foot and then onto the left foot and spooned away so harmlessly that even Bailey, the keeper, had nothing to do. Richard Bailey, after 13 minutes.
Yeah, but that was much better from the Benfica Masters there, Torn, managing to link a couple of passes together over on their left side. Ball played into the feet of Webb for me, really the first time. Almost was able to roll his marker and get the shot away. As you said, unfortunately for him, scuffed it a bit, wasn't able to quite make a clean connection with the ball, but that was much better from Benfica Masters, looking much more threatening there on that attack.
So 14, soon 15 minutes into this one. This will be tight stuff. This is Marcus Moore, prodding it inside. This time to Webb. In fact, not Webb this time, but Webb wanted it. He's anxious to get a hold of it, but the pass was a bit wayward, and Blackrock continued to lead. This is Ricky Best, easing past one. A sprint between him and the central defender in Wayne Grimes. Grimes wins it, and the whistle goes at the same time. And it's a Benfica man on the surface. Looks as though you'll need a little bit of attention from the medic, but it's all in the hands of the referee at this point in time. 15 on the clock, Blackrock Masters 1, Benfica Masters 0.
Yeah, as we take a quick break for the injured player on the field, but Benfica Masters seeming to come back into it thus far, Thorn, having a couple of sporadic attacks there. Blackrock Masters still controlling most of the play, but not necessarily having the type of dominance that we saw in the early minutes with Hood and Webster drifting onto this right side and really monopolizing the play, Torn. So a bit better for the Benfica Masters coming back into it, managing to knit some more plays up the field and be a bit more threatening. They seem to be favoring this right side with most of their attacks, having only managed to work it onto this left side on 1 or 2 occasions, but midfield coming into it a bit more and being able to threaten a bit more as we see them on the retreat, however, down this left side. Offside flag is up, it seems, though. Yeah.
Yep, that's an offside call there, Marley. Drifting to the right, but not necessarily looking across the line. And as the ball was played through the space, the Benfica lads stepping up to create the offside on this occasion. As play continues here then, as Benfica in possession with Grimes. We'll survey up towards Tyrone White, wearing the number 11 this evening. And still in possession, we are seeing Benfica with some possession. Trying to trot that one through. That's Dick Grandison with the interception. And they go all the way back to Jones, who finds Grandison again. And he plays the low 1-2. Yes, they get away with it in towards Ford. Ford forward this time, and there's the flag again. Benfica playing it very smart, pushing up out of their defense so that Blackrock speedy forwards in David Hood. And his brother, I believe, are playing right up top, running into offside position. So they're going to need to bide their time a bit more, Marty. That is the Blackrock Masters strikers, because Benfica are just as wise to what they're doing, and they're stepping up and they're catching them offside pretty often.
Yeah, they seem to squeeze that much higher at this point, Thorn, which is smart from the Benfica defense. When they initially started, they seemed to be very, very deep. I'm not sure if that was an intentional ploy or just happenstance, but they were really deep initially and weren't able to quite get up the field. They've been squeezing a bit higher right now, managed to catch Hud offside on one or two more occasions, and kudos to them. They've worked it well and gotten themselves a dangerous free kick at this point, Torn.
So Benfica, this one 40 yards out, will try with the right foot into the makeshift wall. Left foot, in fact, a right foot unorthodox shot. I would consider that to be, because he did aim for the target, but it was slightly off target as Cecil Riley gets into the attack for Benfica Masters with that, what we consider to be unorthodox right foot rather than a left foot volley. He went with the outside of the right rather than inside of the left. So he was wishing and hoping that the wind blew it back in, but no such wind this evening, and the ball over the crossbar on this occasion. So that Benfica continue to trail here. It's Blackrock Masters 1, Benfica 0.
Yeah, but that was a good attempt in the end too as well, Torn. Free kick coming in. Wasn't the cleanest of strikes, but good imagination with the flick on. Tried the outside of the right foot, Trevella shot. Didn't really quite get a hold of it. Got a little too much on it, in fact, in the end. Ballooned it over the top, but good attempt once again from the Benfica Masters. And they're certainly growing in confidence and trying their hardest to get back into this game, Torn.
Yes, so as we head towards that halftime whistle, this is Huey Bissum, former Barbados national. Didn't get a massive amount of games for the senior men's team, but still a good player overall. And it isn't because he wasn't a good enough a player, Marley. There were so many good centre-backs in those days, the likes of Vernon Blunt and so on, that he just couldn't get in the squad based on the quality that we would have had at the time. But he's playing here this evening, and it's good to see him. Ball with the Englishman Paul Jones to another Englishman in Emerson Webster. So the English have it here on the right-hand side of the Blackrock team, both 18 and 4. That's a right foot shot coming in from Webb. As you can see, he's interested in shooting this time around off the target by just a yard.
Yeah.
But he's to be encouraged because there's space and room to hit the ball, which Blackrock need to shut down through the likes of Huey Bistrom as well as Paul Jones playing at centre-back. They're opening up and allowing the shots to come through. I'm sure that Richard Bailey isn't very happy with that. But here comes the Benfica keeper to pick it up cleanly. And Graves having a decent game apart from the shot from Goddard. Hasn't really seen much action in the last 5 minutes. In fact, it's been 55% possession to the Benfica lads and only 45% to the Blackrock. Marty?
Yeah, they've actually come back very, very well, Torn. That was probably the first time that we saw Jones put a foot wrong the entire game. Loose pass from him into the midfield. Quick ball back into his feet. He was able to turn and had the room to shoot, but unfortunately for him, didn't quite connect with his shot. But Benfica definitely coming back into it. Cracker Goddard and Ford definitely not having it all their own way in the Blackrock Masters midfield right now.
So here's Ford. He's looking to speed it up a bit. You can see he's a little more anxious than he was before. Ball played inside. And no takers. Out comes keeper Graves. Will control, pick up, and survey the field. They're only one down, not disgraced at all, considering Blackrock is considered to be a team star-studded. And if you take a quick peek through that starting 11 with Richard Bailey in bar, a back four consisting of Ryan Hood on the left, Emerson Webster on the right, and the two centre-backs in Paul Jones and Huey Bissom, with Ricardo Crocker Goddard, Adrian Ford, Ricky Best across the middle, and Eglin Dick Granderson, Ron Griffith, and David Hood trying to pull the strings at the top and hit the back of the nets as well. Benfica not doing too badly. Their starting 11 looked a bit like this with the likes of Paul Graves in bar, Wayne Grimes, Jeffrey Tate, Denzel White, And the likes of Cecil Riley trying to help in the middle of that, in fact, on the outside left of that defense. They have Hollis Webb and Pearson Cumberbatch in the middle of their midfield as well. And then with David Codrington trying to make himself a nuisance up front as well. With a couple of other substitutes as well. I think Benfica could possibly get back into it, but they'll obviously need to start with the goal to equalise, because Benfica are a bit hot and cold at times. They're pressing and probing now as you go on and run down this left-hand side for Blackrock, cut out at the back with some good defensive work from Anthony Allen coming onto the field just a few minutes ago, wearing the number 2 for Blackrock. Another right foot shot, in fact, a right foot attempt from the Benfica man. Still no luck, still no goals. Current score, Blackrock Masters 1, Benfica Masters 0.
Yeah, but they've been no goals just yet, Tom, but they've done really well to come back into it. As I mentioned before, Blackrock Masters not having it all their own way. They're pressing it that bit higher up the field, forcing turnovers higher up the field, and in that way allowing themselves to be able to win the ball back a bit higher and be a bit more threatening when they come forward as well. So no goals just yet, but they're in it. They're still in it, Torn. And as we all know in football, you just need one chance to create one goal.
So Benfica in towards Marcus Moore. And his miscontrol is favourable for Benfica because they've won it back again. The low 1-2 played into the space. Not good enough as Goddard comes charging forward. Just past the half line, he's directing traffic left and right. Continues to use those as decoys. Ball still on the tip of the boot there. In towards David Hood. And not before. In fact, that's a goal because I was looking for a flag there, but the player went through. Hood went through on target. Benfica stood up. The keeper was in no man's land. With just about the first half up on our clocks here, Hood makes it 2 because it's Blackrock Masters 2, Benfica Masters 0.
And what did you just know it, Torn? Just at the point, it seemed like if Benfica were really working their way back into the match, concede a counter-attack, Cracker Goddard picking the ball up from his own half, running all the way into the Benfica half, directing a bit of traffic, as you said, and in the end, playing a really, really nice deft through ball with the outside of the left into Hood. Hood was very, very composed with the ball. Could have snatched at it, Torn, but didn't. Very composed, ran onto it, collected, took his time, took a breath, and slotted it to the right of Graves into the bottom corner. 2-0 to Blackrock Masters, right on the stroke of half-time, Torn.
Yep, definitely so. Blackrock breezing at this point in time. They were a little bit on a knife edge in that Benfica. They could have perhaps got a chance of their own with the possession that they had. They did not make good use of the possession. And Blackrock, with the help of Ricardo Cracker Goddard, inching his way towards the edge of the box to lay on a platter for strike partner David Hood, who said, "Thank you very much" on 25 minutes. Halftime here at the Empire Cup Pavilion Road, Bank Hall, St. Michael, Barbados, West Indies, as Emerson Webster eases past us with a smirk on his face because his team is leading. And at halftime, as we go to the break and get ready for more action, Marley, in the second game of the evening, coming up very shortly as well. As we remind you of those fixtures for this evening, the Benfica versus Blackrock Masters is Blackrock Masters 2, Benfica 0 at this point. Wildey Royalty up against Empire very shortly. And then Trents in the nightcapper versus Paradise Masters 50th edition. Trents first, Paradise second, Wildey third, Empire 8th, Blackrock 9th, and Benfica at 11th position, the last place at this point. Halftime here at the Empire facility as we look to pay those bills with advertisements. It is Benfica Masters 0, Blackrock Masters 2. Next week, a number of thrillers as well as we get ready for round number 5, as I can give you a quick reminder of those. Saturday, the 11th of March, RX Pro Vintage Masters against Carlton Wanderers at 4. Blackrock Masters coming up against Exactly Unified at 5. And on Sunday, the 12th of March, West Highgate Hall taking on Wildey Royalty at 3. Paradise come back again versus Benfica at 4. And at 5, Empire Masters, the home base team, will look to take out top of the table Trents. That will be a key matchup at 5 next Sunday, with Bela Masters having a bye because there are 11 teams in it. Only 10 can play every weekend, Marley. And of course, those 10 being announced. We'll give you those announcements again later on in the program. But at this point in time, we look for those advertisements that will lead us right into the BIMFC 2023, the 26th to the 29th of May this year. Whitsun weekend, lots of international teams and loads of local ones as well. CSI will be there with our commentators to bring you that live coverage, but I'm sure you'll join us at the various venues as we keep kicking in the OBL-FIT and BIMFC. Thank you. See you in the second half. Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., BTMI, in association with Commentator Sports Incorporated, CSI, and the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic, BIMFC, welcomes back the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament to the beautiful island of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no-stopping, table-topping, jaw-dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, flick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details.
Hi, I'm Renee, and we are absolutely looking forward to welcoming you to Infinity on the Beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife, and amenities. So you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the Beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, Mayrod Hill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Stefan's Beach
place Wildey Royalty and 8th place Empire Club, slated to go in a few minutes' time as well, followed by 1st place Trents and the team that's in 2nd spot, Paradise Masters 50s edition as well. Murray, the referee, seems a bit rather particular in what he wants done here. So he's called it back, Sadiq Hill, at least twice on the restart. And he's also had a word with the Benfica man as well. So you know what's coming next. He's likely to go to his pocket for a card, like how your mum or dad would go. If you're not listening with your ears, you will be feeling it with something else, Marley.
Yeah, we all know the refs like to give you a bit of warning, at first, Thorn. And if you don't heed that warning, that's when the multicolored cards tend to come out and do the talking.
So again, Blackrock with a little bit more effort in it, have won it, only to give it away again. That's a right foot cross into the arms of Bailey, rather harmlessly. And Blackrock continue to prod now on the right-hand side. Jones with his foot going rather high, although there was no opposition. But of course, he was attempting to stop the ball from going over the touchline. He was unsuccessful. 2 balls on the pitch at the same time. Referee sees it and made sure that it's only one at this point. So Jones prodding it forward, looking for Grandison. He loses possession. In steps Marcus Moore, wearing the 14, and gives away a throw-in. Blackrock coming out on the left-hand side of their defense as we look for Wildey Royalty and Empire Club to get warmed up, because of course we're going directly into that game as soon as this one is over, followed by 1st place Trents taking on Paradise Masters 50s edition in the key encounter to see who's going to remain at the top of the table. But at present it is Trents in 1st place, followed by Paradise Masters 50s edition, and 3rd place going to Wildey Royalty. But that could all change in a matter of minutes based on victories, draws, or defeats. As you can see, Trents with a spotless record at this point in time. Played 3 matches, won all 3 matches, goals for 4, goals against 0. Only 2 teams, Marty, that have not been scored on, and that's Trents and 2nd place Paradise Masters in the table. And that shows the pedigree of those teams at this point in time. They're not giving up anything, but of course they're finding the back of the nets quite often as well. Heading towards that 35th minute as the time ticks away here, as we get set for that 2nd match as well. Empire warming up on our left-hand side, and we can see the Wildey Royalty under the covers on the right-hand side, looking to get geared up as well. Here's Grimes. He finds Hood instead of one of his own teammates, and the triangle completed. This is Curtly Greenwich looking to control it with the outside of the boot, taking off that boot in towards Grandison. He finds Greenwich. They're now finding their rhythm again. That's 7-8 touches forward with the ball across the right-hand side as Blackrock continue to maintain possession. Instead, they've happened to give it up. Here comes Bowen down the left, sprinting away. There's no one's going to catch him today, tomorrow, or even next week. Floats one inside, cleared away. Some good defensive work from Blackrock, but the injection of Rodney Bowen, alias Kouris, is definitely making a difference down that left-hand side for Benfica, Marley.
Yeah, it was actually a very good play from Bowen, injecting a bit of pace into the attack, Torn. Motoring down that left side. Looked up, realized he didn't have anybody quite inside the area as yet, so decided to check back onto his right, then attempt to put the cross in. Wasn't able to find anyone, it was cleared, but it was very good intent from the Benfica Masters down on that left, and something that they could probably look to utilize going forward, probably try to get him to inject a pace into the attack more often, Torn. As we see the Blackrock Masters resume their heavy possession game. attempt at a quick through ball was unsuccessful. Then the flag is up against Hood further on the right side. He doesn't necessarily agree. Remonstrated, maybe thought the pass could have came a bit sooner, but offside is the call as Benfica Masters get us on the way once again. Ball down on the left-hand side. Chop back in onto his right. Pass lacked a bit of invention, really. And the Black Rock Masters have it once again on the right side. Reluctant to take on his marker. Plays the ball down the right, but on a different hymn sheet to his compatriot. So Benfica Masters win it back quite easily, Torn.
So as Benfica continue to prod away down that Black Rock right, which is their left-hand side. They're patient, but they're still not cutting edge enough because Black Rock very patient in waiting for them to come to them with the ball, bring the ball. Have won it back. Here's Adrian Ford, 15 yards in, little prodded pass down the left. Hood corrects the pass, far post ball, looking for Goddard. Can't reach it in time. As Benfica now try to come out of their defense. They're knocking it here and knocking it there. Jeffrey Tate getting involved here. Over to Wayne Grimes. Grimes tries to go past one. That's not on at this point in time. Hood, the sombrero, defensive header, and of course the elbow as well from Hood. And you could hear the cries from there, Marley. Caught him right in the choppers. And he was crying out for a lot more. Michael Harewood is in the house. Not seeing him any gear, so I suspect he's not going to make his presence felt there. Ball cut back across. Chance here for Hood with the ball across the crossbar. Screamer, Marley. That was a beauty. Keeper had no chance. 39 on the clock. Makes his way over the crossbar, but there's the skill and guile of David Hood playing on his left-hand side. Looking to cut with the, pretend he's going to go left, goes right instead and drives a pile driver towards the bar, but still no luck in this half of the field. He's already scored one, but of course you'd like to get a brace of goals or even go on to get a hat-trick here as we head towards that final whistle in the second half. Empire coming back from that nice slow warm-up, and of course we're looking for the likes of Wildey Royalty to get going very shortly, because as soon as this one is over, we'll be off and running. There it is, as Sandiford is introduced into the game. Immediately as he touches the ball, it turns to gold and a goal. 40 on the clock. Black Rock Masters running away with it. Black Rock Masters 3, Benfica Masters 0.
Yeah, as Graves holds a hand in apology up directly after that one, Thorn. It was a poor kick from the keeper. Probably trying to find someone a bit further up in the midfield, but presented it straight to the attacker, who showed good strength, held off his marker, worked it onto his left, and it was a good clean finish with the left foot into the bottom right-hand corner. It's 3-0 to the Black Rock Masters, game, set, and match. They did have a really good chance before that as well. Really good play between Grandison and Hood linking up once again. Lovely touch from Grandison into Hood. Feint to the left. And a right foot shot just over the top from Hood. So Black Rock Masters, much in the same way as the first half, knocking on the door right throughout this half. They were much the better side throughout this entire contest, Thorn. And you can't really begrudge them this scoreline, Thorn.
Sandiford making his presence felt. He's been only on the field just a couple of seconds as he looks to go again here now. So here's Greenwich. He tries to find Best, but he plays it too short. Benfica come out of their defense now with Glenn Gradison, alias Dick, as they say his nickname is, to Ricardo Goddard, who we know will pick a pass. Hardly ever passes the ball away, always knows what's coming next. Ford, he gives up possession. Marcus Moore, 15-yard pass into Hollis Webb. Again, they're putting the passes together, in on goal, they go. In fact, no, it's a good interception by Huey Bissum on this occasion. As we head towards that final whistle, we're looking for both Empire and the Wildey Royalty to start warming, because as soon as this one's over, it's onto the field of play. We're kicking in the second match of the evening, followed by that third game as well. But at present, Blackrock Masters cruising at 3-0 and looking quite good for 3 points this evening, Marty.
Yeah, they've been good. They've been very good, Torn. They've been nice and composed on it, knitting those passes together from the defense into the midfield. And some really, really good deliberate build-ups into the attacking third, and they've been able to fashion lots of chances as a consequence of that, Torn. They've been able to work the legs of the Benfica Masters, pull them from one side to the other on numerous occasions, really throughout the entire match. And it's been a really thorough, very, very efficient performance from the Blackrock Masters this afternoon.
I want that too.
Yeah. Ball down the left once again. Ball into Cracker Goddard, who's been really influential today. Goal and an assist in the first half alone. Hasn't been as influential this second half, but he's still pulling the strings, wanting a foul there, but not necessarily gaining the favor of the ref. So Benfica Masters come away with a throwing down the right, intercepted quite easily. More on it now. He's seen way too little of it this second half for the liking of the Benfica Masters. Started to really come into in the later stages of that first half, when it looked like the Benfica Masters would have been able to get into it, but conceded that second goal, and it was curtains from there, you felt. Really haven't seen a lot of him this second half at all, and it's kind of been reflected in the scoreline. Benfica Masters still trying though. Down the left side. Cuts inside one. No real favor there. But they recycle it and try to come again. But that's how it's really been all game for the Benfica Masters. They've looked good in spurts and fits, but haven't really been able to get any type of real consistent and sustained pressure on the Blackrock Masters. Haven't really been able to lay a glove on them. Remember, one or two half chances here or there for Webb in the first half, but no real opportunities to write home about. There's a lovely bit of skill there from Bisham. So he moves forward into Cracker Goddard on his left, tries to return the favor. It's unsuccessful, but it's picked up. Bit of trickery there, but ends up getting his feet stuck in the muddle. Cracker Goddard thinks he should have passed it back. But I saw Academic at this stage turn 3-0 up Blackrock Masters and cruising to victory here.
So that's the skill and guile of Ricky Bess. Cracker Goddard not impressed so much because he wants a pass. So you let him have a word, but he will encourage him to show that skill as a decoy, but pass the ball eventually. And that will create what we need here now for them this evening. So as we await the next game, which is the Wildey Royalty Empire Masters clash, 3rd versus 8th. The Trents versus Paradise One will come directly after that, as well, as we make sure we get those 3 matches in today as best we can. Surely heading for that final whistle sometime soon, as goalkeeper Bailey comes out, uses his left hand to scoop it around the player's head and then take possession of it. Current score then, Blackrock Masters 3, Benfica 0. As Eglin, Dick Grandison, a neat dribble. The first one was, but he let it get away from him on the second. And the possession has been ceded then to Benfica. The little dummy from Marcus Moore. Here comes Benfica towards the box now. There's a lot of dribbling going on there. I suspect it's too much. And Blackrock will come up with Hood. And he gives away possession as well. That's Ryan Hood, I believe it is, on that far side. Playing that wing back. That's the dribble from the Benfica forward there. Wins the corner for his team as we creep towards the full-time whistle. And we expect that both Wildey, Rowty and Empire will get themselves all sorted. Current score, Benfica 0, Blackrock Masters 3. Marley, with just a couple minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, game tottering down to a close as we see the Blackrock Masters on the charge once again. Maybe looking for one more, but just unable to beat his marker there. Still lots of commitment being shown from the Benfica Masters, to their credit, in defense there. As you see, Webb collecting. Decides to play a passing, but just a little bit too much on it. Looks like the flag would have entered either way, so that would have been inconsequential if it did go in. As we see the ball recycle onto the right side. Benfica players out of position. Their cross comes in into his feet once again. Manages to control back to fourth. And not the best of finishes from him. He has had a good game though. So that's probably the first time he's put a foot wrong in this game as the full-time whistle goes. So 3-0 to the Blackrock Masters, and a very, very good performance from them. Consummate performance from them. Thoroughly deserved win, Thorn. So well played from the Blackrock Masters. Well, no, I thought it was the final whistle. It's not quite the final whistle.
No, just the ball over the crossbar. The referee calling for another ball. We got 50 on our clocks here. And we will expect to see the very next game lining up to go, as this one is done and dusted. As we get ready for those ads and get ready for the next matchup. It's a classified score then, where Blackrock Masters have taken all 3 points here this evening with the score. Blackrock Masters 3, Benfica Masters 0. See you for this second matchup in a couple of minutes' time. Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. BTMI, in association with Commentator Sports Incorporated CSI and the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC, welcomes back the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament to the beautiful island of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no-stopping, table-topping, jaw-dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, flick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details.
Hi, I'm Renee, and we are absolutely looking forward to welcoming you to Infinity on the Beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife, and amenities. So you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, Mayrod Hill, St Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Seafans Beach Bar and Restaurant, the hidden gem nestled in Infinity on the Beach Hotel in St. Lawrence Gap, is open. We ensure that you can safely enjoy breakfast, lunch and dinner in our open-air setting, offering a sumptuous selection of tasty, affordable and locally themed dishes from our popular breakfast, our delectable lunch menu, and let's not forget our mouth-watering dinner. Seafans Beach Bar and Restaurant, every day, every meal.
Visit Ayers Meat Shop today for all your poultry, pork, beef, lamb, and fish needs. Located in the Aberdeen Jones Building, Gall Hill, Christchurch, you can purchase premium meat cuts specifically to suit your needs at unbeatable prices. You can also find us in the Glebe St. George, and home delivery available island-wide. You can reach us at 256-2565 or 256-2629. Ayers Meat Shop.
Empire red. Empire red. Empire blue. In blue? Blue. Yeah, oh yeah, to change to blue, yeah. Yeah, royalty in red. Yeah, Empire blue, yeah, royalty in red.
So welcome back to live coverage. Between Empire Masters in blue up against Wildey Royalty wearing the red kit. Alongside me is the great Keith Griffith, Barbadian legend, footballing legend in Barbados, here to assist me with the running commentary. Keith, pleasure to be here with you.
Blessings to each and every one. It's nice to be with you, young Marley. We are looking forward to some goals on this one. Empire in blue and Royalty in red and black. We have gone into 1 minute and a half of the second game of the evening. And let me say congratulations to Black Rock Masters, who emphatically won the first game. So, Marley, should be a cracking game. I'm seeing Royalty for the third time and Empire for the third time. And they have both played some good soccer.
Yeah, I'm expecting a good one for sure, Keith. Two teams, both of them with a couple of wins underneath their belt. Wildey with 2 matches won so far. Empire with 1 match won so far, a couple of losses. So they have proven that they can get some wins underneath their belts so far, Keith. So it should be a cracking match this evening. So
at the moment, it is Royalty on defense, Empire pushing forward on the left-hand side. So back to you.
It's a foul, good play on the left side. Rolling around the play, but it was a nice build-up on the left side. Good frantic pace in the early goings here, cutting inside onto the right, and was cynically taken down. He is being attended to by the perpetrator though, so I guess all is well that ends well. Looks to be in a bit of pain at this time though, Keith, but the foul was blown by the referee. And a free kick in a dangerous area here early on.
A little bit of stoppages on the left-hand side of midfield because Empire were about to shape their attack, but in the end, a tackle came in from the Royalty and a player has gone down. We can't pick him up as yet, but surely a positive start from the Empire's team. And Royalty, who drew the big game last week with Paradise, will be looking now to emerge as winners here. Empire would want to prove that they're good enough to win this game and move on to 9 points. So we should be in for a cracking game. You're not missing any player at the moment. The player is down on the far side. I believe he's from Empire. 2 minutes gone. Empire 0. Royalty Masters 0.
Yeah, so a lengthy stoppage at this point, Keith. Pausing for the injury as the crowd continues to build here at the Empire Sports Club this evening. Home team on display at this point. We hope that he's good to go at the end of it. Physio and medical team over there trying to make sure that he's all patched up and good to go, but it doesn't necessarily seem so at the minute, Keith, as he is having to be stretchered off. 4 minutes on the clock, and let's hope it's not the end of his game, but doesn't look good so far, Keith. Yet to confirm who the player is at this point, but...
Well, the player is coming off on the far side. Yeah. I can't pick the player up as yet, but for sure, it looks like a Royalty player being escorted off. And hopefully, we will resume momentarily. Empire 0, Wildey Royalty 0.
Yes, being told it's Barker that's being stretchered off at this point. Took a really hefty blow in one of the very early exchanges. He's not very happy about it either. He's making his feelings known. But it was good play from him initially. He got a strong kick to the shin, it looked like, for his troubles. Wildey Masters making sure that he wasn't going any further as he was looking to shape a really promising attack. And the foul was, to his credit, blown by referee Moses. But unfortunately, he doesn't seem to be able to shake off that initial injury as we await the resumption. Feisty encounter so far. Couple of tackles flying in. Frantic pace to start with, Keith. But we look to be close to a restart, close to a resumption here. As we see Knight, it seems, standing over this free kick. Taken into the keeper, spills it initially. But that's Peter Moore, who was on in the end. And restarts play as we see Empire pressing once again. Good turn there. Trying to weave his way through traffic, but is well shielded in the end from Ferdinand Blunt. And he allowed what he thought would be a goal kick, but unfortunately has gone up for a corner. So a corner to Empire. 7 minutes on the clock, Keith.
Well, it's a corner for Empire from the left side. They're going to turn it in right-footed. I believe they're going to aim for the near post. So we wait for the corner.
Corner comes in, but a disappointing one in the end. Anticlimactic end to that phase of play, Keith. Empire will be disappointed with that one, but Wildey aren't hanging about. They've restarted quite quickly, working the ball onto this left side for the first time. Ball over the top. Will he get there? Lovely turn of pace there from number 14, Jerry Alexander, to collect that one, but is unable to knit it together. The back pass is played. Bit of trepidation in that one, but does manage to get it clear. Wildey back on it with Gregory Lalo Goodridge, twisting and turning. I'm sure everyone knows about those silky skills. Niggling foul from behind, and it's a free kick to the Wildey Masters, who are now looking to impose themselves on the game here, Keith.
Well, Jerry Alexander was a prolific goal scorer when he was a young man, scored plenty goals for Wales, and he's not with Michael Haber today, who is injured, but surely if he can get the right service, he can cause lots of problems for the Empire defense. At the moment, though, it is all about royalty going forward in red and black.
Goodridge on it, trying to take a one in behind, but well read at the back there. The ball is worked back onto the left by the Empire Masters to try to get it going. One-time pass attempted, didn't necessarily work out from Knight, who plays the leading pass, but offside flag is up on the left. So plays brought to a halt as I'd say possession probably around 50-50 at this point, Keith. Pretty even game. Unlike the initial game, which saw the Blackrock Masters run out easy winners over Benfica Masters. They won 3-0, 2 goals in the first half, and the third later added in the second. But this one seems to be a much more even encounter so far, as both sides are pressing here, as the ball worked on to this right side by the Empire Masters.
It was quite easy for the Blackrock Masters, but this game is going to be more competitive because both teams are playing strongly and they have some young over 50s. So we anticipate that it will be a very, very, very competitive game, and maybe a goal or two can be decisive in the end. So let's hope for some goals.
Yeah, that was a good attempt there down the right side to get into the box. Ball cleared well. There's Goodridge on it, twisting and turning. Defended robustly there by Markson Graves. Did well to dispossess Goodrich tried his best to get it forward, but the ball has gone out of play, shepherded back out of play. So at this point, 10 minutes on the clock, Keith. Remember, we had a lengthy stoppage, probably like 2 to 3 minutes for Barker to get off the field, but it's Empire Masters 0, Wildey Royalty 0.
Well, that is true. We had the stoppage earlier on, but we are rolling now. We're 9 minutes into the first half of this game. And if this is the first time you're listening to us here at Empire, the games are of 50 minutes duration, 25 minutes per half, 5 minutes half time. The present leaders in the tournament, Trents, Masters, they are playing the final match against another undefeated team, Paradise, on 7 points. So we should be in for a rocking evening. And today, there was a song playing out of England. Don't Cry For Me, Manchester United. It was Liverpool 7, Man U 0.
Yeah, I watched a bit of that earlier, Keith. Couldn't quite believe my eyes. It was a real trunk in for Manchester United, who are in brilliant form at the minute. I dare to ask anybody to show me the man that would have predicted that one today, Keith. Really humbling performance for Manchester United and their fans. I have a couple of friends who have yet to hear back from.
That is so true.
At this point, Keith.
At the moment, though, Gaskin very solid and composed at the back. He played left back in his younger days for the Empire team and for Barbados. And again, he is showing his class here, controlling well. And what I've noticed, Marty, in Gaskin's latter years, he have learned to use his right foot, because he was mainly a left-footed player in his early days. There he is now, intercepting and will build it on the right-hand side. Now you can tell that that right foot is not his better foot. He played it straight into touch.
Yeah, but manages to get a nick off the opposing player. So it's a throw to Empire down this right side. That's Trevor Scott, who got us started once again. Ball work back into the middle. Empire trying to knit something together, but unfortunately for them, it's cut out. So it's worked onto the right side, out to Lalu Goodrich. On the right side for Wildey Royalty Masters, makes his way in the opposite area. Cross comes in. It's well defended by Trevor Scott, but the Wildey Masters still in possession here. Dave Williams working it back into the midfield. Into feet once again, reverse pass tried, but well read there, as the Empire Masters aren't able to clear the lines at the minute. Wildey really starting to press. Williams once again into the feet of Jerry Alexander, works it out. Goodrich pulling onto this right side. Ball scuffed and into the back of the net after rear spillage from the keeper. So that's Jerry Alexander, is it, on the score sheet. Missed it from the keeper. Ball worked from the middle onto the right side. Really good cross into the area from Gregory Lalu Goodrich. Unfortunately spilled by the goalkeeper.
Well, that was Jerry Alexander at his brilliant best. The shot came in, the keeper parried the ball just into the path of Alexander, and the prolific goal scorer that he has always been.
Good cross into the
Williams? Yeah, we now pick it up that it was Williams. He put the ball into the back of the net. Or apologies there, it was Williams. From here, we thought it was Alexander, but it was Williams. So, it is Empire 0, Wildey Royalty 1.
Yeah, so Wildey Royalty really coming to the fore there, capitalizing on that mistake, on that unfortunate mistake there from the Empire number 1. So it's Wildey Royalty 1, Empire Masters 0 at this point. Was a pretty even game up to that point, so Empire Masters really won't be counting themselves out. But missed it there from the goalkeeper from Empire, Sylvan Goodin. And Williams saying thank you very much. I'll have that, sir. Into the back of the net. And it's 1-0 to Wildey. As we see Empire making their way onto the right ball. Cut back. Played into the area, but easily right there by Wildey Royalty as they work it onto the right-hand side. Cutting inside.
Well, 13 minutes gone in the first half. Wildey looking for second goal. Good break, chance here. Goal number 2.
And into the back of the net.
That looked like Alexander now, I'm sure.
Alexander this time.
They are beginning to run rampant. Empire with no defense, nowhere in sight. Jerry Alexander converting the second goal on the evening for Wildey Royalty as the winning look top and professional. And this victory obviously will put them on top of the standings. They were on 7 points coming into the game, having drawn last week with Paradise. So surely they're doing very well. 2-0 in the opening 14 minutes of the first half.
Yeah, really, really well worked again from the Wildey Masters. You can see they started to take full control of the game from the time you saw Gregory Lalu Goodrich drifting onto that right side and really monopolizing possession. Brilliant ball over the top. Jerry Alexander timing his run to perfection. Did really well, kept his composure, kept his feet. And while the Empire goalkeeper, Gooden, was slipping and sliding all on the floor, he managed to work his way past him and slot it into the back of the net. Really nice composed finish to put the Wildey Masters in full control of this one, Keith.
They're probing, they're searching, and they're finding.
Yep.
Good movement, and the finishing was clinical on both occasions as they go in search of goal number 3. Here we go. A good save. This could be goal number 3. And that is so important. Marley, they're running right here in this first 15 minutes.
So that's Williams, poacher extraordinaire. Once again, brilliant play from Gregory Lalu Goodrich on the right-hand side. He's been at the center of everything good from the Wildey Royalty this evening. Cutting inside, beating the man, working it onto his right foot. Ball into the area, shot into the keeper, but then unable to hold on. Williams is on hand once again to say thank you very much after the spillage. So after 18 minutes on the clock, Keith, it's Wildey Royalty Masters 3. Empire Masters, who started so well. The home team, remember, packed home crowd here in attendance. They're down 3-0.
At the moment, it don't look like Empire Masters. It look like Empire Juniors. They're not defending very well. And obviously, the Royalty, with so much firepower, they will continue to dominate the ball. And hopefully, Empire will find a way to reorganize, readjust, and keep the defense very, very tight. Empire 0, Wildey Royalty 3.
Yeah,
as we roll inside the 17th minute of the game.
Yeah, that combination of Lalo Goodrich and Jerry Alexander up top, mostly on the right-hand side of the field, is really causing a lot of problems for Empire Masters. Williams, to his credit, has been timing his runs really well, and he's just been allowing Goodrich and Alexander to wreak havoc on that side. And then when the pieces are there, needing to be picked up, he's been all too happy to run in and take advantage of some good play from the aforementioned players. So, good play from the Wildey Masters. Empire Masters will have to step the game up in order to try to even lay a glove on this Wildey Masters side, Keith.
I believe that Empire would have to readjust. Gaskin is in the middle, but he needs someone else to play right alongside of him because he's not the quickest of players anymore. And therefore, he will need someone who can stay there, help him to balance the defense and push forward up on the pitch a little higher up. When you play at this ground, for years I've played here for Wales and Beverly Hills, you have to be able to defend just at the bottom of the pitch and make sure that you can keep your composure and keep the other team from penetrating inside the final third.
Yeah.
At the moment, Empire ragged all over the place. They're kicking it hither to the yon, and obviously Royalty showing that they're in charge, lead by 3-0.
Yeah, it looks like Goring there that's up top, and he's been very, very isolated in this first half. He really hasn't been able to be linked up with this midfield at all. He's been feeding all scraps up top there for the Empire Masters. They really haven't been able to knit anything together. And much like the first game when we saw the Benfica Masters kind of adjust and step up 4 to 5 or 6 yards in order to put a bit more pressure on the Blackrock Masters it was in that first game. That kind of paid dividends for them. Maybe the Empire Masters need to try something like that, because at this point they're just sitting deep and they're being pummeled at the minute. Ball's just being worked down that right side. The likes of Wilkie, Alexander, and Goodridge are having a field day over on that side, and they're just causing havoc. So maybe they need a tactical adjustment in order to get themselves back into this one, Keith.
But if you look at it, watch and see, Gaskin and 2 players are all the way back. They have to come forward a little more, put a little more pressure on the ball early. But as long as they give the Royalty room, they are going to score. Even without Michael Hayward today, they are capable of scoring 4 and 5 goals because they have that kind of attacking prowess. They go forward again. This is what I mean. Gaskin one-on-one. He uses his intelligence, comes across, good cover challenge, and denied Alexander. Empire 0. Wildey Royalty 3.
Yeah, as you can see right there on that left side, once again, the same player kind of materializing. Williams pulling on to the left, exchanging passes with Wilkie. Really nice and silky, very, very easy. A bit too easy from the Empire Masters perspective, and they were almost in once again.
Well, Empire Masters will need to keep possession of the ball a little longer and hope, probe and search and hope to get a goal back. At the moment, though, they are all scattered across the field and they're not maintaining possession as good as one would anticipate they would here on their home ground. This is danger here again. Yes. Alexander is going forward on his own. He comes inside, he shakes, he bakes, and he comfortably plays the ball back. The whistle has gone for halftime. It's gone very quickly from us. Wildey Royalty 3, Empire 0.
Yeah, so very, very well controlled, well constructed half of football there from the Wildey Royalty. Very, very well played on their half. Control the ball well, Keith. Work the ball well, pull the Empire Masters all over the place. And after what was a pretty even first 5 to 7 minutes, the Wildey Royalty kind of stamped their authority on this one. And after the first goal went in turn, it was kind of curtains from there. The floodgates opened, and Wildey Royalty up 3-0. Empire Masters needing some kind of intervention, maybe a minor miracle, in order to get back into this one. So at this point, we may pause for a little bit as we see. We'll come back to that as the crowd kind of disperses. The person's looking for a bit of refreshment at the half here. Empire Masters meeting on this near side, discussing, seeing what they can do about this situation at the minute. Wildey Royalty really came out of that half unscathed. Very, very simple, very easy half for them. The likes of Goodridge, Alexander, and Williams causing all kind of havoc from early on in that half. And it's been havoc ever since. So at this point, we'll take a quick break, pay some bills, and we'll be back with you in a few.
Football Classic BIMFC welcomes back the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament to the beautiful island of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no stopping, table-topping, jaw-dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, flick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details.
Hi, I'm Renee, and we are absolutely looking forward to welcoming you to Infinity on the Beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife and amenities. So you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the Beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, Mayrod Hill, St Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
CFans
Welcome back. As we look set to commence the second half. Wildey Royalty up by 3-0. Really easy first half for them. Empire Masters searching for a way to get back into this one. We'll see how they do in this second half as Noble spreads it back. Empire under a bit of pressure early. That's been the way right through from the first half, but they work it well onto this right side. Ball played in into the feet of Graves. He looks for a return, but nobody's there. And easily cleared by the Wildey Masters. Empire recycle it, managing to win a couple of second balls at the beginning of this half. Let's see if that continues. as the ball is worked onto this near side. Emerson King showing for it. Was able to get it. Nice play from Empire to start this half. Stephen Nowell working his way up the field onto the right-hand side. Empire in a good position here. Cross comes in. Well defended there from Blunt. He gets it back, but it's the return ball is a bit too stiff for him, and it's a corner to Empire. Good start to this half from Empire, Keith.
That was a lot better from Empire. They came rolling forward, put the ball across the area, and in the end, Wildey Masters came under a little pressure and have conceded a corner. So Empire with a chance to put a goal back in the opening minute of the second half. Empire 0, Wildey Royalty 3. We wait for the corner from the right-hand side.
Corner comes in from Empire. It's a decent one. Missed at the near post. Blunt is able to clear. And the Wildey Royal Goodrich is off. And beats his marker. Gregory Lalu Goodrich motoring down this near side. Goodrich initially played a cheeky pass to Alexander in the end. Alexander, he would argue that it got a bubble. He wasn't able to finish at the end of a really, really good move there from the Wildey Masters once again, catching Empire Masters on the counter.
Well, that was a very, very, very quick break because Empire lost possession over in the Wildey half, and Wildey countered attack very, very, very quickly. And in the end, when it looked like 4-0, they got it all wrong, and they hit the ball over the crossbar out into the road. So the game remains Empire 0, Wildey Royalty 3.
Yeah, so Empire dodging a bullet there, Keith. They start here really well, but as we all know, sometimes you can be on the attack, and that's sometimes the most vulnerable point you can be at in a football game. They were caught on the break. Goodrich showing a great turn of pace. Good trickery, got away from his marker, and he was in. Alexander just unable to put the finishing touch on that one. So it's about what, 30 minutes on the clock. Empire Masters 0, Wildey Royalty 3. Wildey Royalty in full control of this one, looking to go top of the table. As I said earlier, it'll probably have to be as a consequence of a minor miracle to stop them from doing so at 3-0 up, but Empire Masters looking to say something about that in the second half.
What is good here, Marty, on weekends at the Empire Ground, we see lots of youngsters on the sideline warming up for the future, which is always very, very good. And I would want to encourage them to continue with disciplined behavior so that as they mature, you know, they will make good young men with no confusion in their mind. At the moment, Wildey certainly not confused. They lead on the evening by 3-0.
Yeah, definitely good to see. Even great to see the youngsters on the sidelines, Keith. Really, really good to see them coming out and enjoying the football. And who knows, maybe we'll be seeing one or two of them on the field, and we'll be commentating on their behalf very, very shortly. Back to the game though, as Wildey Masters, the Royalty try to make their way down this right side. Throwing down this side, ball flicked on. That's
the movement of the Wildey Masters. They lead 3-0. They're maintaining possession most of the times. I believe it is like 70-30. Empire only attack on one occasion, and then it broke down. So Empire would have to be more concentrated, and their coach will need to make some running subs as quickly as possible, bringing some fresh legs to see if they can surprise the Wildey Masters defenders. So 0 Empire, 3 goals. Wildey Royalty.
Yeah, Horace Knight there, seeing a lot of it early in the second half for the Empire Masters, but crowded out on that occasion. He wasn't really able to make anything of that one. And Errol Ford getting the cross in for the Wildey Royalty, but nobody at the back stick waiting. Cross was a bit wayward in the end, so it was a goal kick for the Empire Masters, as they get us back on the way, trying to work their way up this right side. And that's us throwing for them. Remember, we have the big game coming up later on. Trents Masters versus the Paradise Masters. That's the 5 p.m. game for you. Promises to be a cracker. Trents Masters up at the top at this point. Will the Royalty have something to say about that? As they are 3 goals to the good, and they are looking to add to that tally. As we see the pass played in behind. Also, is that Alexander curled? And that's a brilliant save from the keeper out for a corner. That was really, really well worked from the Wildey Masters once again. Arrow forward playing the pass onto that left side. The curling effort coming in. Very, very good stop in the end from Gooding, who probably made up for his mistake in the first half at that point, Keith.
Well, they won a corner early in the second half. Wildey Royalty, they're super and royal at the moment. Empire, with a mountain to climb. Can they pull it back at least by 1 or 2 goals? We wait and see. But they are on the defensive now because the Royalty with a corner for the right-hand side of midfield.
Corner on the right. As you have a switch of balls there. So Wildey Royalty with a corner on the right-hand side. Lalo Goodrich over on that side to take it. Steps up. Swings a right for the corner into the area, but that one has kind of skewed off his boot, and that's gone all the way behind for a goal kick. So a goal kick to the...
There was nothing too royal about that corner at all. Misdirected, high, wide, not too handsome, and in the end, Empire have survived. They began to build on the right-hand side of midfield. The moment I said that, the ball has evaded the player on the far side and gone into touch. What I would like to see, Marley, is Empire keep the ball a little bit more.
Yeah.
Keep possession. Draw the Royalty out of defense and try to get a shot or two in. Look, the goalkeeper is having a happy day. If you see the Royalty goalkeeper, look to your left. He is just standing there happily. Nothing to worry about at the moment. Yeah. Royalty 3, Empire 0. Royalty going forward down the right-hand side.
So this is night manager to get on it. Couple of body feints. Just sit in. Good pass. And they're in here, Keith. Lovely feint, and that's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant finish there.
Well, that was out of the top drawer. The number 4 player is who scored?
Yeah, Mark Graves. Wonderful, wonderful goal from him. So for the first time, if that's exactly what you've been calling for, Empire brilliant to link a couple of passes together. Goring for the first time. I was just about to mention, I wonder how many touches he's got on this half. Probably 1 or 2, but he got the all-important one there.
What is the name of the player who scored?
Mark Graves. Graves?
Yeah. The thing is, right, that when you're playing Masters football, you have to be very disciplined. And you can't just defend. You have to look to keep possession, look to create that opening as they just did. And Graves was immaculate when he got one-on-one with the keeper. He sold him a dummy and just rolled the ball quietly into the back of the nets. Yes. So, Wildey Royalty 3, Empire 1, and who knows, Empire could come rolling back at the moment.
Yeah, well, we know all too well how goals can change games, Keith, and it was a really nice piece of play there. Especially from going with the return pass into Graves, who finished brilliantly. Couple of dummies, sat the keeper down. And really, really composed finish into the bottom corner. So here come Empire once again. Goring, Graves was available for the same play. He wasn't seen by Goring. But Empire, renewed vigor at this point. Ball played onto the far side, cut back. Into the area once again, Empire. Ball work back onto the right side. Cross comes in. And that's well handled. So Empire Masters really pulling on the pressure now. And for once in this game, Keith, we see the Wildey Royalty being pushed back by the Empire Masters. Good play from them.
Well, they probably had some kind of injection because they are playing a lot better in the last few minutes. And that was a sweeping move down the right-hand side of midfield. He played the ball across the area, but the keeper from the Wildey Royalty was brilliant, came off the line, averted the danger, and Royalty still lead on the evening, 40 minutes gone by 3-1.
Yeah, so that was good handling by Peter Moore at that point because he was under a bit of pressure there from Gordon, I think it was. So the Empire Masters really coming to the fore right now. They got that goal. Here's Knight on it. There's a good pass out to this right side. Lovely player, Graves, under a bit of pressure, inadvertently.
That is a lot better. That is a lot better.
Yeah, really good player here. Ball played in. Once again, here come the Empire Masters, but that's really well defended by the Empire Masters. By the Wildey Masters, I'm sorry. Here's Knight, once again, on it. Bit of skill. Trent to make an impression on this left side. A bit of petulance.
Yeah, it looks like Horace Knight who came on, and he has brought some life and energy into the team. He is full of running and full of commitment. The ball running into touch. But surely this is a different Empire team in the last 5 to 10 minutes.
Definitely.
But they still trail on the evening. Wildey Royalty 3, Empire 1.
Yeah, so that's Knight trying to inject a bit of energy and fire into this Empire side. He has done so, to be honest. Was bordering just now with that little bit of a lash out, but the referee.
You can see Paradise players in all yellow, looking resplendent as ever. They're playing the final match of the evening at 5. They will come up against the unbeaten Trents, who lead on the table with 9 points. Paradise just behind them on 7. So we anticipate a game full of energy, full of enthusiasm, and maybe some goals. But at the moment, 3-1 as we roll inside the last 9 minutes of this game.
Yeah.
Wildey Royalty 3, Empire 1.
Wildey Royalty with the first attack in a couple of minutes there, Keith. Hilton Clark making his way down the right side, trying to get across in, but was unsuccessful. Here he is again on it, plays it back into the middle, trying to rediscover a bit of momentum are the Wildey Masters, but ball cut out, and it's a throw to the Empire Masters down on this left side, where they've been able to cause most of their problems in this second half. So Empire Masters with it on this left side, working their way up, ball played forward. Return well. Graves played a leading pass, but unfortunately cut out. The Wildey Masters have it once again. Clark down the line. Alexander running onto it, looking up, assessing his options. Crosses. Goodrich taking it down in the area. Goodrich weaving his way past one. Locking. Locking once again. Goodrich still with it. Goodrich. Goodrich, amazing dribbling skills there from Lalu Goodrich, but eventually dispossessed in the end. And the Empire Masters have it down on this right side. So they've worked it down. They have an overload here. Will they take it? Cuts inside as Goring. Goring collects. Plays the 1-2, but is offside, unfortunately. But
He about 5 miles offside for sure. It was a lovely looking ball down the flank, but in the end, he has strayed miles and miles offside. But I must compliment and congratulate Empire. They've played a better second half.
Yeah, they have.
They played with more purpose, more commitment, and a little flair and panache at times. But on the evening, Royalty sitting on the throne. They lead by 3-1.
yeah, so it's been a much better second half performance from Empire, for sure. As we see the ball worked over. Clark in a dangerous area here, tries to play it back into the area, but that's cut out. Goring on tonight. They've linked up well this second half so far for Empire. Goring turns it inside. Graves makes a blind pass, and that ball is collected. Played it into Goodrich. He's bearing down on goal. Goodrich! Tremendous save on that occasion there from Gooding. So after a couple of arguably a couple of mistakes in the first half. Goodness come at Trents this second half.
Well, the thing is, with Goodrich and all of his talent that he took to England, one would have anticipated that he would have buried that in the far corner.
Yeah.
He was on target, but very, very brilliant goalkeeping by Gooden from Empire. So Goodrich denied, and ironically enough, Goodrich, Gooden, 2 Gs.
Yeah, that was good play from the Wildey Masters on that occasion, but equally good from Gooden. Ball comes into the area, heads go up. The header came in from Ricardo Hope, but unfortunately he wasn't able to connect with it as well as he would have liked. So ball goes out for a goal kick to the Empire Masters, who have it on this left side once again. Swicks is easily dispossessed. Would have been better served, you think, playing it tonight on the far side at that point, but they recover it pretty easily. Goring collects, turns, but is fouled on that occasion by Calendar. So it's a free kick to the Empire Masters late in this game. Knight standing over it.
We're down to the last 6 minutes of the game. Empire 1, Wildey Masters 3. Empire looking for goal number 2. Good goalkeeping, came off the line, collected it cleanly, and he would get the Wildey Masters going again down the left side.
Yeah, that was well anticipated, but more on that occasion, Keith. But the Empire Masters pushing once again. And you have to think if they get themselves a second goal, even this late in the game, it could set up a grandstand finish as we see a cross coming in. The Wildey royalty haven't been anywhere near as dominant in this half as they were in the first half. Credit to the Empire Masters, they've come back roaring this second half. Combination of Knight and Goring, especially down this left side, has served to cause real havoc for the Wildey royalty. And they've put in a much improved this second half performance here with the likes of Graves in the midfield as well. Free kick on this far side, still searching for a second one. Cross comes in, it's a good one. Graves up and misses it completely. Ball makes its way all the way through to Knight. He stands over it, crosses. Ow!
How could he miss that? I'll never know. A terrific ball from Horace Knight down the left side. He floated it over the keeper's head. I thought it was going to sail into the back of the nets, but the man coming in at the 4 posts, Marty, I don't know how he missed that.
Knight turns away in disgust. Wonderful ball play back in, Keith. Back into the area at the far stick. Goring coming in. And he's about what? A yard out there, Keith?
That is so true.
Wasn't able to make contact. And you have to wonder if that one had gone in, what might have been the tail at the end of this game for the Wildey Masters. They were sitting comfortably at 3 goals up. The Empire Masters brought it back to 3-1, and they've been pressing ever since. And they're really
that would have made it 3-2, and the remaining minutes would be very, very exciting.
Definitely.
But that was excellent football. Now here we go with Wildey Masters on the left-hand side of midfield.
Yeah, so Goodrich on it, step over, cut to the left. Beautiful play from Lalo Goodrich. Crosses it over, but it's Williams unable to collect his hat trick there. It's a really good ball from Goodrich. Might have been slightly behind him though, as the Empire Masters comes away with it. Knight, the man of the half for Empire on it. Twist, turns, lovely skill from him.
He has made a big difference to the Empire side coming on in the second half.
Couple of shimmies. Unable to link up there on this left side, but he's on it once again. Goring collects. Chips it over, but that's easily dealt with by Raymond Moyes. As the Empire come once again. They've been good this second half, Keith. They're pressing to see if they can find themselves one more goal and try to set up a grandstand finish here. So ball on the right, work back into the middle. Graves makes himself available. Goes on to the right side to create that overload. It might be offside though. Ball worked really well, played over. Brilliantly played. Empire in here once again. Graves in the middle. Turn. Graves available still. Shot comes in.
This is like a different Empire team in the last few minutes. Time is running out, though. I see the referee signaling, and I anticipate that it will soon be wrapped up. Empire trying hard to get a goal back to come to 3-2, but Royalty maintaining their crown as we go inside the closing minutes of the game.
Yeah,
I remember Paradise versus Trents in the final game.
I think that was Canterbury with the shot in the end there, but that was really well worked from Empire on that side, Keith. Some really good football from them in the second half. And it really makes you beg the question, where was this side in the first half, Keith?
Definitely so. Like I said from the beginning, they needed to play higher up the pitch.
Yeah.
If you sit back too far, then you're going to have lots of problems. So tactically, they got it right in the second half, but they were already down. They attack again on the right, Marty.
Yeah, so good play from them, winning the ball up high in their opponent's half. Ball played in. Graves is offside, maybe one step too soon, right? But it was a good tactical move from them, maybe stepping 5 or 6 yards higher and trying to engage the Wildey Masters a bit higher at the field, and it's paid dividends in this half. The Wildey Masters have been forced to play on the counter-attack really in the second half, Keith, because Empire have been doing most of the running. So it's been a much improved second half from them, but maybe a little too late. We'll see. Here's Goodrich on the left side, taking on his man once again, very well defended. And the ball is played back onto this right side.
Well, we're into the closing stages. Empire looking to probe and search down the right. Can they get it right? Good football, good possession. The moment I said that, they proved me wrong. They've given the ball back to Wildey Masters.
Yeah, classic commentators curse there, Keith, as the Wildey Masters are all too happy to keep possession late on. It's a good play. Lovely trickery from Lalu Goodrich, but that one is broken up. Long ball over the top, but easily dealt with by Moise Deer as we...
Well, Wildey Masters should have win this one, remain unbeaten, because they had 2 wins and a draw so far. This will push them to 10 points, and they will go on top of the standings. But that final match can decide a lot. Here we go with Empire again.
Yeah,
they come down the right.
Lovely play there. Lovely nod onto himself. But Cross came in and didn't have... Knight was a bit slow in getting to the back stick on that occasion, so unable to connect there as William controls well, collects to Alexander. Goodrich and Cole lurking. Pace has slowed a little bit, as you'd expect, deep into the second half. As the ball is played down, Alexander still full of running though. He's going to latch onto this one. Locks back, beats his man. Wasn't unable to connect there, but it seems to be a corner, yeah. Corner to Wildey Royalty late in the half here as Goodrich trots over to take it, Keith.
We are definitely into the closing stages. Moses, the referee, his whistle will go momentarily. I don't believe Empire can get back into the game now. And Wildey would waste as much time as they can on this corner. Wildey Masters lead on the evening by 3 goals to 1. And once again, like I said earlier, they go on top of the standings on 10 points.
As the corner came in, bit of a squat at the near post, but they are unable to make much of it. At this so goal kick, ball well taken, well worked in the middle by Empire. So he makes his way up onto this left side. This is Graves on it, looks up, surveys, plays it down the line. Onto this left side. Back into Knight, but that one was a bit tough. So it's worked onto this right side. Onto Sheldon Linton. Linton on it, on this right side. Feints. Locks back. Scanterbury faces up to his man. Goes back out right to Linton once again. Empire probing here later on. Turn, Scanterbury, lovely turn. Edge of the box, fakes the shot. Has Knight. Plays it through to Knight. Back to Scanterbury almost. And
that's the end.
Yeah, it's the full time whistle Here, Keith. So an inspired second half performance from Empire Masters, but a little too late for them. The first half flurry from the Wildey Royalty Masters, putting the game to bed, going racing to 3-0 up. Empire Masters coming, grabbing one back in the second half, almost grabbing a second. They had a couple of half chances there, but it was a little too late for them in the end, and a convincing victory for the Wildey Masters at the end of it. And they, as you said, leapfrog Trent at the top of the table, having played one game more. Trents is going to make their way onto the field to face against Paradise Masters here. But good game, entertaining game in the end, Keith.
A very good game from Wildey Masters. They dominated the first 25 minutes, took the lead, and then advanced it to 3-0 at halftime. And despite Empire came back with positivity, they were never able to get back on terms. And surely, the better team on the evening, Wildey Royalty 3, Empire 1. We wait now for the final game.
Yeah, as we see the Paradise players decked out in their bright yellow and black, making their way onto the field of play. They'll be facing it against the Trents Masters. As we see the Empire players making their way off of the field. Yeah.
Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. BTMI, in association with Commentator Sports Incorporated CSI and the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC, welcomes back the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament to the beautiful island of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no-stopping, table-topping, jaw-dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, flick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details.
Hi, I'm Renee, and we are absolutely looking forward to welcoming you to Infinity on the Beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife, and amenities, so you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the Beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, Mayrod Hill, St Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Seafans Beach Bar and Restaurant, the hidden gem, nestled in Infinity on the Beach Hotel in St. Lawrence Gap, is open. We ensure that you can safely enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner in our open-air setting, offering a sumptuous selection of tasty, affordable, and locally themed dishes from our popular breakfast, our delectable lunch menu, and let's not forget our mouth-watering dinner. Seafan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. Every day, every meal.
Visit Ayers Meat Shop today for all your poultry, pork, beef, lamb, and fish needs. Located in the Aberdeen Jones Building, Gall Hill, Christchurch, you can purchase premium meat cuts specifically to suit your needs at unbeatable prices. You can also find us in the Glebe St. George and home delivery available island-wide. You can reach us at 256-2565 or 256-2629. Ayers Meat Shop.
Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. 7-seaters, Jeeps, small cars, and mid-sized sedans. From as low as $78 Barbados daily. Special conditions apply. They offer free pickup and delivery. Fully loaded vehicles, visitor rental permits, comprehensively insured, GPS available, and ask about our leasing program. Find us at Lodge Hill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 246-243-4653 or 246-230-5850. Go to our website at www.scottdeals.biz. Our email address is kkscott@hotmail.com, and our Facebook is Scotty's Cheap Car Rentals. Visa and MasterCards accepted. Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. This week's Sweet Vibe Music Show on Hot 95.3 FM is powered by your favourite football legends, Melvin Ibo Oxley, Trevor Thorne and Julian Annell, and the crew at the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC and the Old Boys League Football Invitational Tournament OBL-FIT for every single kick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Visit www.bdsmfc.org. The Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC invites you to the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament on the beautiful island of Barbados. Combined sightseeing, sun, sea, sand, surf, and of course fabulous football. Rates and weekend, Friday 26th through Monday 29th May 2023. Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic. Our YouTube channel is BIMFC Masters, and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details. The Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. BTMI, in association with Commentator Sports Incorporated CSI and the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC, welcomes back the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament to the beautiful island of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no stopping, table-topping, jaw-dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, flick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details.
Hi, I'm Renee, and we are absolutely looking forward to welcoming you to Infinity on the Beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife, and amenities, so you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Seafan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, Minor Chill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Seafans Beach Bar and
Miss Gillian Martindale, ably assisted by Sadiq Hill, I believe that is on the far side, with the sunshine in his face, of course. And the throw-in, this one with the Trents lads. In fact, ball played in for Paradise restart as they go over the top now, looking for an attack, but the speedy and muscular, very muscular Ryan Brewster sprinting away, but moving a little bit too quickly on this occasion and running into that offside trap set by Trent's back four with the likes of Sylvester Phillip and Roosevelt Jordan marshalling that back line here in the final game of the evening. A nice crowd in here at Empire. Of course, the protective rope to stop the crowd from making their way onto the field of play, except for, of course, our cameraman who's found himself over the ropes. I believe the police will soon come and have a word with him because he's stepping past the boundaries, unless he has the pass. I think he does have that VIP pass to suggest that he can take those photos. Yes, he does. So my apologies.
Well, I must say that the crowd is really heating up. And what is impressive, I mentioned that during the course of the second game, is the young people, Trevor, that are here on the Empire ground, really enjoying themselves. They were at the Garrison yesterday, enjoying themselves today. They're here at Bank Hall ground. And when you speak about Bank Hall ground and players who scored lots of goals, yourself, Trevor Thorne, Selwyn Bartlett, who was our guest earlier in the tournament, and a man who lived just outside of the ground by the name of Wade Bascom. He just lived out in that area there where the ball always goes. He was the top goal scorer here at this ground also. So lots of good people played here, and surely at the moment the youngsters totally enjoying themselves. No goals so far in the game. Paradise 0, Trents 0.
So corner kick to Paradise. This one, I believe, swung in by John Griffith. Near post ball. Newton will have to assist him to put some accuracy on it. He can't. And the ball tickles its way over the goal line for a goal kick to Trents. It's about 7 or so. In fact, heading towards the 8th minute, we make it here on CSI. As the goal kick will be put back into play. Ball up towards one of the Trent's talisman in Curtis Foster, winning number 4. A quick shuffle from Newton, and the ball stays inside the field, but only prodded to the outside this time. So Paradise continue to press. Trent's, I believe, receiving one of their stiffest challenges for the season so far, Keith. They've had a reasonable running, but at this point in time, this is probably the sternest test that Trents will receive all season long. That one onto the crossbar and over. The danger from the Paradise men is that they can hit the ball from 18 and 20 yards, as well as score those goals from 7 and 10 yards out. So Trents, watch out. That's a warning sign. That one driven from 18 yards. And as the goalkeeper, Cameron Small, watched it, thought it was going over, it dipped at the last minute, hit the crossbar, and I'm sure his heart was in his hand because that could have easily have been Paradise 1, Trents 0. But at present, 0-0 after just about 9 or so minutes.
Well, after 8 minutes, no goals as yet. Both teams going in search of that opening goal. This is a very, very important game because should Paradise win, they would go to 10 points and join the Wildey Masters. Whereas if Trents continue their winning ways, they will surely move ahead to 12 points. So we are in for a cracking evening. It's early in the game. 9.5 minutes gone. Paradise 0, Trents 0.
So contrasting colours, Keith, as I said before, is the black and yellow of Trents against the yellow and black of Paradise. And we have no idea which team will win, of course, because both teams blessed with quality and skill. Any of the 11 could put the ball away. And remember, it's also rolling substitutions. So therefore, you'll see players come on and off. We don't necessarily stop the game, but we don't have a mad scramble for 7 and 8 men coming on at one time. Normally it's a 1 or 2 replacing the starting 11s and so on. So with that being the case, you need to look out for those substitutions coming onto the field. And like good commentators, you need to pick up when one of the changes actually made. That's a strong tackle coming from the Trents man there inside the box in the form, I believe, of Lorenzo Galloway. He's a no-nonsense defender, Keith. And if you get in the box and you're looking to take a shot, he will definitely put his foot there to block it as well.
And one of the best referees in the Caribbean, young Martin Dale, she is very, very, very fit. And even though the players are going helter-skelter at 50, she can keep up. Trevor, I rate her extremely highly as a top referee in the whole Caribbean.
Yeah, definitely. So I've been watching Gillian as she played her trade in the Premier League, obviously taking charge of a number of the top men's games in Barbados and across the region as well. As my understanding as well, statistics will show she's done a number of World Cup matches as well. And therefore, she's top draw stuff in Beijing Paralympics. She's top of the line in controlling these games. And you know the guys will give trouble from time to time. Here's Fitzroy Ward having to chase behind a very speedy Curtis Foster. And Ward realizes that the offside trap was set, but with Foster going through, he was the first man perhaps to stop him from moving if that was necessary. But on this occasion, he was helped out by the flag on the far side. Here's Ward again into the middle of the midfield. He's giving the ball away to Richard Clark. Clark finds his soulmate in and strike partner in Nigel Marshall. Clark wears 10, Marshall wears 13. Here's Marshall on a run down the left-hand side, faced up against, I believe, Keith's cousin, I believe it is, from the north, in Griffith. Griffith with his shoulder barge. Martindale sees nothing wrong with it, says play on. Wood with the control, down this right-hand side, across the 18-yard box he goes. Finds Alvin Jones. Jones into Gooding. Gooding finds Wood. Wood turns on a dime. Flicks it past Curtis Foster, who has just as much skill as him, and spreads it to this right-hand side. Finds the BFA top referee in John Griffith, who floats a 40-yarder in. The ball comes back to Gooding. He's a former Empire Master. But of course, he's into the Masters now. Ball down the left. This time finding Gibson. Edwin Gibson. Looks to throw a clean pair of heels down that left-hand side. The ball comes off of Gibson last. And Julian Martindale, our top referee this evening, points to the spot for a goal kick. 13 or so on our clocks as the two teams go at it, looking for that very first goal. Trents 0. Paradise Masters 50th edition 0.
Well, 12 minutes gone. Here we go again. Good goalkeeping. The ball played away, and Paradise will have to work their way through the Trents defense. Trents defense very strong, very solid, very well organized. And talking about defenses, Trevor, only today, just before I left home in Wildey, Liverpool, Cruz, destroyed Man U by 7 goals to 0. It was heartbreaking. It was unbelievable. Liverpool 7, Man U 0. I could not believe it.
So it's only heartbeat for the Man U.
I can see the Liverpool fans on my left, that Jerry Alexander and company. Fortunately for me, I'm an Arsenal man.
So the banter continues here at the Empire Club Pavilion, Roadbank Hall, St. Michael, Barbados, West Indies in the Caribbean. Yeah, we follow it all here. Those results important as they would be. Remember, Nottingham Forest 2, Everton 2. Fitzroy Ward with the clearance here. Pressure again. Trent's going to the left this time. They'll spread it down that left-hand side. It's a good one. Floated across the box here. Chance! And up comes Griffith with the clearance in towards Gooding. Floats a 15-yarder over to the left. Gibson going after it, but changes his mind. Trents will come into their own. And the body check before the tackle was deployed. Free kick to Trents. They've played it quickly. Clark up towards his strike partner in Curtis Foster. Charged and barged off of it to Gibson, who controls with the outside of the right boot and puts Braffett in trouble here. Ball at far post. Recycled. Cut towards the box now. Cross it comes. Chance at near post. Right foot cannon off the legs of Fitzroy Ward. The reset button pressed, but Trents take possession again. This is the Trents that we've seen all season long. It's not the same team we saw last year. By now they would have run out of steam, but surely, Keith, just like Liverpool over Man U, you're seeing the best of Trents
with no
against
goals.
Paradise. With no goals.
At the moment, Trent's looking strong and confident. They have always been a very, very good team coming out of St. James. And sometimes when they play at the stadium, they are very difficult to beat. And so far, they're matching Paradise stride for stride. And no disrespect to the Man U fans, I believe that they are capable of winning the Europa Cup, having won the Carabao Cup. So all respect to them. Liverpool will have to try to get in the top 4. We wait and see. But here at Bank Hall, it is all about Trents and Paradise. The ball is down the right-hand side as Trents roll forward again. Leading ball. Can they break down the Paradise defense? Lovely ball down the right. Good football from Trent. Trevor.
So Trent's in possession. Will look to create something. Oh, just past the far post from Curtis Foster. I think it's Gillian Martindale heading in a certain direction to... She's having a word. She wants to have a word. Looks as though privately.
Well, maybe if he had watched Jerry Alexander in the first game, he would have tucked that into the bottom corner. He turned his man inside out, but his direction of the shot was not good. Trevor Thorne, Jerry Alexander, like yourself, was a prolific goal scorer in his time. And I'm so happy to see him back here doing the same thing again, over and over again. And if Barbados football can improve, we will be back on track. And hopefully, one of these sweet days, we will reach the Gold Cup. At the moment, though, talking about the Gold Cup, congratulations to Jelon Samuels for winning his 6th Gold Cup. The ball is down the left-hand side for Paradise. Paradise, 0. Trents, 0. And the ball will hopefully progress a little further from the half line.
So as we continue to congratulate those teams, in fact those spectators and supporters of the various Premier League teams. Remember Man City over Newcastle yesterday evening. Also Arsenal with a 3-2 almost sudden death finish against Bournemouth. Aston Villa with a 1-0 win over Crystal Palace. Brighton hammering West Ham United 4-0. Chelsea 1, Leeds 0. Wolverhampton with a victory over Tottenham. And of course, Southampton getting over Leicester as well. That's the Premier League. And of course, we're back to the Masters here at the Empire Club Pavilion, Roadbank Hall. Welcome ball into the box. Fitzroy Ward again clearing. Only finding Nigel Marshall, who can't get the ball under control. And Trents continue. Keep just about 50-50 here. helter-skelter both sides of the field, though, because they're both playing very well. Ball played through by Marshall, but to no one. Finds Braffett instead in the Paradise goal, and he distributes to the right-hand side as Andrew Goodin alongside Ryan Brewster make it then. Ball released in towards the box here. This is the shot coming in just past the far post. Good goalkeeping though. He pats it down, and Griffith probably wanted that ball back again so he can put some venom in it, because that wasn't really hit with any real pace. Easy as you like for Cameron Small, and the score remains Trents 0, Paradise Masters 50s edition 0.
Here comes Trents again, rolling forward on the right-hand side. Not a good pass, and in the end, ball intercepted. We're into the 19th minute, 1 minute and a half before halftime. Paradise 0, Trents 0. Who will get the opening goal? We wait to see.
So Wood tries to release Edwin Gibson. It's almost a hospital pass. Gibson steps out the way. Ball cleared. And the throw-in taken quickly. Finding Alvin Jones. He's looking for a willing runner. Ball floated across towards Richard Wood. Cleared out. As Trent's come out of their defense now. He's from defense straight into attack. This time around looking for the ever-mobile Curtis Foster. But he can't take possession of it. And the ball falls into the possession of Andrew Goodin for the Paradise lads. They go slowly across the back with their centre-back in the form of Louis Croney and over to this right-hand side. The changes continue to be rung in by the Paradise coach here as Paradise give up possession. Almost half-time here in the final game. Still 0-0, awaiting the first goal as Trent's as strong as you like, coming out of their defense with Lorenzo Galloway. He doesn't have a number on his back, so that's how you'll know him. But he's all 6'1" or 2. Marshall, again playing the low 1-2. Flag up on the far side. He went into an offside position and came back. That's Nigel Marshall, I believe. And the offside trap set by Louis Croney and the likes of Fitzroy Ward. It's a free kick, Fitzroy, so therefore the ball on the surface. Good evening to A.A. Davis as well, as he will bring his RX Pro Vintage Masters for a battle on another occasion. If you're asking or you're looking for the fixtures, as soon as this match is over, we'll be pressing the proverbial technology button, and a brand new fixture will come to every single phone that is locked and loaded to our Instagram account at BIMFC 246. You can also look for that fixture at our Instagram account, Trevor Thorne Scores. Go on Facebook and find it on Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic as well. And of course, those inside the 50s chat and the 35s chat, the fixture will come to you, compliments of my telephone as well. So technology, locked and loaded, brand new fixture is out, and it will cover all the way down to the very last round, round 11. And in a couple of days, you'll get the playoff stages as well, adding to that fixture. The 35, stand by, you're kicking next weekend, and your fixture will be available from Wednesday night this week. The 35s and over, Wednesday night this week, a brand new tournament. If you're 35 and over and you want to represent Barbados in the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic, join one of those teams and get yourself ready for the 26th to the 29th of May 2023. And when the international teams come in, you'll be ready to kick against the internationals. Almost half-time here. Current score, Trent 0, Paradise Masters 50s edition 0.
Well, at halftime, a very competitive 20 minutes plus time added on for stoppages. As we approach the end of the first half, no goals as yet. Both teams looking to go on top of the table, because earlier it was Wildey Masters with Royalty, who won by 3-0 against Empire, and have now gone on to the top of the standings on 10 points. Coming into this game, Trents on 9, Paradise on 7, Miss Martindale blows the whistle. Scoreline, Trents 0, Paradise 0.
Stay with us. We'll be back after these. Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. BTMI, in association with Commentator Sports Incorporated CSI and the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC, welcomes back the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament to the beautiful island of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no-stopping, table-topping, jaw-dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, flick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details.
Hi, I'm Renee, and we are absolutely looking forward to welcoming you to Infinity on the Beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife and amenities. So you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the Beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, Minot Hill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Seafans Beach Bar and Restaurant, the hidden gem, nestled in Infinity on the Beach Hotel in St. Lawrence Gap, is open. We ensure that you can safely enjoy breakfast, lunch and dinner in our open-air setting, offering a sumptuous selection of tasty, affordable and locally themed dishes from our popular breakfast, our delectable lunch menu, and let's not forget our mouth-watering dinner. Seafans Beach Bar and Restaurant, every day, every meal.
Visit Airs
Off to the second half. Obviously a quick turnaround because of the time constraints, and therefore have to get rolling rather quickly. Griffith with a far post cross, good defensive header, and again some work to be done by Trents. They've done it rather industriously. Good skills again from Foster, leaves his man for dead, finds Richard Clark, tries to play the return pass, overcomes Alvin Griffith, solid as a rock, cuts out at the back and prods the ball inside for Gooding, who will survey the field and change the point of distribution to the right hand side, and he's miscued it seconds into the second half. And Trents with a corner kick, given away rather cheaply by that skewed pass from Gooding. Paradise will defend in numbers. 8, 9, 10. 8, 9 players back there defending. Ball cut across the box here. Heads go up. Defensive clearance from Fitzroy Ward, who's here, there, and everywhere this evening. Ball into over the touchline. It'll be a Trent's throw-in. As we say, good evening and thank you very much to Marley Leacock, the co-commentator this evening, as we await the return of Keith to the commentary booth, of course. Final game of the evening, 0-0 between Trent's Masters and Paradise Masters 50th edition. As we say good evening to the Paradise fans under the stands. We know they're always in support, and we thank you very much for choosing the Empire Ground to be here this evening as well. We look forward to many more matches with you as well. Fitzroy Ward, 40-yard pass. Can he reach it in time? Yes, he can. In Brewster, the ball comes off the defender last, and throwing taken. Here's Paradise on the attack down the right, cut back to onto the left foot as they go in search of goal number 1 down the right. Onside is the call. Ball floated across the box, the penalty shot coming in, and a brilliant save as well. He's in the right place at the right time. He brings an applause from Marcus Moore for sure. And Trents continue to knock it around. They're very confident in defense as well, which is another difference I've seen as I compared this team to last year's version. Very solid in defense is Trents, marshaled by Roosevelt Jordan and Silverson Phillips and so on. The starting lineup also consisted of Michael Lewis on the left, Anthony Corbin on the right, Lorenzo Galloway in a defensive posture at centre back. Midfielders in Ricardo Broom, Luther Watson, Richard Clark, and up front, Curtis Foster and Nigel Marshall for the Paradise Masters 50s edition. Albert Braffett in goal, a back four consisting of Elvin Griffith, Louis Croney, Fitzroy Ward, and Alvin Jones. In the middle of the midfield, Andrew Goodin, Richard Wood, and of course, John Griffith far on the right-hand side. Front trio then would be Edwin Gibson, Peter Newton, and Ryan Buster in a combination to try to get their first goal. 0-0 the score. Here's Gooding going to the right-hand side and spreading it even further right. Finds Brewster on the far right. Brewster will float one inside. Heads go up. Ball falls to Richard Wood. Offside is the call. You're about to pull the trigger, but it's directly in line with us as well. With just minutes on the clock in the second half, Wood in an offside position. The score remains 0-0 between Trent's Masters from the West, the best from the West, and the pride of Paradise in Paradise Masters 50s edition. 0-0 into the second half. Keith.
Positive start by both teams in the second half. Trent's looking to open the scoring as they go forward once again, but good cover challenge in the end. Trent's defensively have been well organized, and despite Paradise keep probing and searching, they just can't find. And remember that this is a very, very important second half because the winners here can join or go past the present leaders in the tournament who won earlier today, Wildey Royalty. I feel extremely confident that we will get a goal or two before the end of the game. So Paradise nil, Trents nil. 3 minutes gone into the second half.
So as Trents continue to defend here, Paradise with the ball across the edge of the 18-yard box. Right foot shot coming in. This can catch the keeper off the crossbar. And it was a superb strike as well as Paradise continue to juggle their team. And on that occasion, Barton Carrington,
Was that Griffith for that shot?
striking the right foot volley from 25 yards out. Barton Carrington is his name.
Lovely shot for sure. He struck it supremely well on the volley, but it was always going just over the crossbar, struck the crossbar, and went into touch. But Paradise now probing, searching, hoping to find they go down the right again.
So Brewster showing a clean pair of heels as he cuts towards the 18-yard box. He floats one across. Right foot shot attempted. And good defensive work from Trents. It's being recycled back to Brewster on the right. He's creating havoc on this right-hand side. On Trent's left. As they look to come across the center this time. Back to Brewster on the right-hand side. He will float one now towards the penalty spot. Defensive header from Roosevelt Jordan. Into the middle of the midfield, robbed by Curtis Foster. Foster down the left this time. He'll look for Richard Clark, who's now making his way onto the cricket pitch itself. Ball prodded inside, cut out at the back by Louis Croney. Croney, 5 yards forward, spreads it to the left again. As Paradise continue to exploit the Trent's left-hand side. Again, they look to go down that same right. Ball falls to Curtis Foster. Foster on the attack down the left-hand side this time. He'll face up one-on-one with Mark Marshall, spotted through the space, cut out by Elvin Griffith, who says thank you very much at centre-back, and floats one down the right-hand side, robbed of it on the first occasion, but Griffith wins it back again, finds Brewster again. He'll set up the leading ball this time, moving with a bit of pace, but not fast enough, as Trent's recycle coming out of their defense with Luther Watson, the former Irish Premier League player. Ball down the right-hand side this time. As we say, a pleasant evening to the Empire staff, ground staff, bar staff, OBL-FIT staff, BIMFC staff as well. Thank you very much for setting it all up and remaining focused on the task at hand as we head towards the international May 26th to 29th right here on the beautiful island of Barbados. 0-0 the score between Trents and Paradise Masters 50s edition.
Well, in the second half so far, no shots at goal apart from that one that hit the crossbar and went over. It is getting a little dark as usual. It's just gone past 6 o'clock. But we still got a lot of time left on the clock. 19 minutes left, 31 minutes gone. Trent nil, Paradise nil.
Well, don't let that little lull, Keith, fool you. There's plenty of sunshine left here as Paradise in possession. They're spreading it over to this right hand, it says left hand side, finding Barrington Carrington will look to show a clean pair of heels. But you know Trent's defenders are going to tackle. This time around, Ricardo Brooms getting back and flicking the ball off of Barrington Carrington to win his beloved Trent's team in the black jerseys this evening a throw-in. Taken quickly down the left. There's Fitzroy Ward again with that trusted left foot. Into touch it goes. And as Paradise continue to press, they'll need to be aware that Trents can also hit them on the counter, and therefore Ward would need to get back into his central position and avoid any danger there. 0-0 the score. Trents and Paradise in a ding-dong battle here at Empire Club, Pavilion Road, Bank House in Michael, Barbados, West Indies in the Caribbean. Defensive tactics as Andrew Pilgrim I believe I called him Marshall at one stage. Got a similar build. But Pilgrim in from Marshall, clearing that ball over the touchline. And it will be a Trent's throw. 15 yards from the Paradise goal line on the left-hand side.
Well, that is true. We wait to see what will happen, a throw-in. But I'm in very, very, very good company the whole day. A young gentleman by the name of Trevor Chase, born and bred Baylor, Notre Dame man. And next to him, and a man who always respected me and supported me, Mr. Wickham, familiar known as Mr. Owl, destroyed men enough in the cemetery in road tennis. And I will come back to the other gentleman shortly, but I'm enjoying myself and having a wonderful time. Well, 0-0 the scoreline, Trevor. Paradise nil, Trents nil.
But Keith, I spy with my little eye that their hands are rather busy with some fish cakes from the inside,
no,
of course.
I have not eaten any fish cakes or anything.
Not you, but the two of those guys.
Oh yeah, the gentlemen.
They're bursting with fish
They're
cakes.
always full of style and flair and panache. And young Tweety Bird, a bred and born Empire man, sitting colorfully there on my left also. So, 0-0 as the game continues. Paradise nil, Trents nil.
So, into the second half. We're deep in the second half now as Paradise take possession of this ball on the far right. And they'll look to get it on target. Ball floated far post. In fact, that's Trents with the shot. Second bite at the cherry. Charged down by the defense as well and cleared by the Paradise defense. Ball recycled back to this left-hand side. Will be floated. In fact, no, he fixed, goes left, goes right, then back left again. In towards the box. He goes now, floats one across the box and into the arms of the waiting keeper.
Well, that is taken care by the keeper, Braffett. As usual, he collects the ball extremely cleanly, Trevor. He jumped, took it out of the air, danger averted, and hopefully we'll get a ball because 35 minutes have gone. Paradise nil, Trents nil. If Trent should win, they will move to 12 points and go top of the table. At the moment, Wildey Royalty lead on 10. Paradise not too far behind on 7.
So again, Trent's pressing down that right, inside right channel into an offside position goes Foster, acknowledged by referee Martindale as well as the assistant on this near side. And the restart over to the right hand side. Brewster looks to float one past the Trent's defender there. He sticks his arm out or his hand out and prods it down. That will be a handball and a free kick. Back to Brewster it goes. He surveys again. We'll play it inside as Paradise look to get a couple of passes together in the Trent's half. And Trent's still in possession. Yes, they are. Been able to keep the ball in, only to give it away. Ball down the right for Paradise. Brewster recharges batteries and eases past one. He's into the box now, floats it across the box. Chance here at near post. Out comes keeper Small. And as Small collects, Trents breathe a lot easier. With the minutes ticking by, it's, the official clock is with Gillian Martindale, but of course, we will try to keep a track of that as well. Here's Gooding, floating one to the inside right position. The clearance made again by a man of the match performance man in Lorenzo Galloway. Again, here comes Paradise. Ball comes off of Wayne Ward last, and therefore a goal kick to Trents in the dying minutes of this one.
Well, as we roll inside the second period of the second half, neither team have been able to penetrate and score. The game is very, 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 very tight at the moment. They're playing to go to the top of the table, and no one is going to give up a goal that easily. Good competitive stuff. Paradise, nil. Trents nil. Trents on 9 points. Paradise coming into the game on 7 points.
So as we go in search of a goal here, Paradise fighting tooth and nail. There's Griffith fouled in the process. Free kick to the Paradise lads here as well. So as we continue to keep an eye on the sun as it fades, but we still got enough time for a bit more action here. Ball into the box, Gooding with the overhead kick. He's given up possession this time to Foster. Foster spreading it across the center as Trent's now going on a run down the left this time. They'll prod it forward. This is a brilliant run. Finding Foster again down the left. Foster will check. Inside, go outside and face up this time against the likes of Andrew Pilgrim on that near side. Trents with the methodical build-up though, Keith, but again, he'll be a brave man. He'll take a brave man to call. Which team will probably get the goal here this evening?
Well, that is so true. Here we go with Paradise. They go down the right side. Can they conjure up some magic and get that opening goal? Trent's defense quickly recovered, intercepted, and now will rebuild on the left-hand side of midfield. Good football from Trent. They have always been a fast, aggressive team with players with lots of speed. And surely Paradise will want to go back up into Dover in Paradise. But at the moment, they just can't get a goal.
So deep in the second half, ball across the center, finding the always available Andrew Gooding, weighing 8. He spreads it to his right and finds Louis Croney, 17, down the right-hand side. Brewster will float one, far post. Any takers? Oh, Barrington Carrington with the left foot drive. That one off the mark, Keith. He'll need to recalibrate because that certainly did with the goal gaping. He needed to get his body around it, and he certainly didn't on that occasion.
Well, that is so true. He sprinted to get to the ball, but when he got there, he could not direct it on target, and the ball going into the back of the bars and into the wall. So Paradise would have to try again. They look the more positive team on the attack, but Trents can make sure they hold on to this one. Here we go with Paradise again. Danger, this is danger. That is, he used his right foot. I thought he would have cut that back across with his left foot. But that was another dangerous run there on the flanks. Surely, Paradise threatening as we wind the clock down.
So, a ding-dong battle, and this is exactly what you'd expect, Keith. When they first started, it was Trents in the lead, leading the tournament, and of course, Paradise were a very close second on 7 at that point in time. So at this point in time, if they remain tied, as I said, Trents will move to 10. Paradise then move to 8. But of course, Wildey Royalty taking this opportunity to move to 10 points with their victory as well. Back heel from Griffith, ball across, and a good save from Cameron Small. He's very alert, Keith. He's a diminutive keeper. He's only about 5'6" or so. But he has the wherewithal to get low and block and stop balls. He's also very good when it comes to positioning as well, as we saw with the shots coming in from Paradise. And certainly he's responsible for keeping Trents at this point in time with the 0-0 tie against the international champions in the 50s, the Paradise Masters 50s edition.
Well, definitely Paradise looking the more purposeful and positive. The attack down the right with Venom. But the only possible thing that Trents can do is hit them on the counter-attack. It's getting a little bit dark outside, and I would advise the players to shoot from distance at this time of the evening. Paradise 0, Trents 0.
Is Griffith. Floats one near post. Cut out at the back by the Trents defense. Paradise again come with Wayne Ward. Floating once. Penalty spot. Out comes. They keep a very good goalkeeping indeed.
Again, Paradise coming down the left, looking to hit the target. The ball was in the air. The keeper came off the line very, very confidently, composed, compact, and secure. Paradise nil, Trents nil.
Got it? You want that? You want it? You got it? Yeah. So deep into the second half, we go. Has to be the final minutes of this one. Trents pressing down the left. The ball inside, cleared by Louis Croney. In towards Richard Wood, the magician. He floats a left footer up the field. Out comes the keeper. And good goalkeeping as well, because the ball was played with enough pace and power to send the striker through. But of course, Small knows that Gibson is quick. He also knows that John Griffith is very fast, so he came off his line rather quickly there, Keith. Collected and averted the danger. 10 minutes of the second half. Wood floating one again. This time around, the control wasn't great, but the clearance from the Trent's man there was excellent as he took the ball off the boot as Paradise were about to fire the shot. Here's Gooding, charges Marshall off the ball. And the clearance is made as well. In towards Griffith. That's a beautiful ball to this left-hand side. Finding Wayne Ward, the double
it's all
W
about
man.
Paradise at the moment. They're coming forward in numbers. Defensively, Trent's solid as a rock and holding their team together. Well, as the whistle goes for the end of play, it has been a wonderful evening here at Empire. Trents and Paradise battle into a 0-0 draw. Trevor will tell you who exactly is on top of the table with the better goal difference, because this draw have put Trents on 10 points. Paradise will remain at 8, but earlier it was Wildey Royalty who moved to 10 points after an impressive win. So it is all up to Trevor now to wrap it all up.
So that's a 0-0 draw. And of course, Wildey Royalty, virtue of scoring more goals this evening, really putting Empire to the task, have gone to the top of the table. Wildey Royalty, after playing 4 matches, 3 wins, 1 draw, no losses, 7 goals for, 2 against, goal difference of 5, 10 points. Trents, having played 3 wins, 1 draw, no losses, goals for 4 goals against, 0, goal difference of 4, also on 10 points. In third place then would have to be the Paradise Masters 50s edition, having played 4 matches, 1-2, drew 2, goals for 4, goals against, 0, goal difference of 4, and on to 8 points, of course. That's 1, 2, 3, and of course, the remainder of the standings you can also get as I press one of my technical buttons, the fixtures, the standings, and everything will appear on the YouTube channel, BIMFC Masters. So go like and subscribe right there to get all the fixtures and standings. Also, hop, skip, and a jump to our Instagram page at BIMFC246. Also our Instagram at Trevor Thorne Scores. And of course on Facebook, Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic as well. All fixtures, all standings will be available very shortly as well. From me to you, I want to say thank you very much for choosing the Barbados Invitational Masters. That's the BIMFC YouTube channel, BIMFC Masters. And as we get ready to hit those advertisements to pay the bills and such like, just a quick reminder of what happens next weekend. Remember, all fixtures available on our social media handles, of course. But round 5 commences on Saturday, 11th of March, with RX Pro Vintage Masters and Carlton Wanderers at 4. Blackrock Masters coming up against exactly Unified at 5. And then on Sunday, 12th of March, West Haggett Hall versus Wildey Royalty at 3. Paradise taking on Benfica at 4. And then the Crackerjacker match, Empire Masters against Trents at 5 p.m. next Sunday. Bela Masters, you have a bye, so you can put those feet up and rest for a little bit. From yours truly, Trevor Thorne, from Commentator Sports Incorporated, CSI, and of course, Keith Griffith, Mari Leacock, tech team of Jerry and Alan, and of course, all support staff from Empire, OBL-FIT, BIMFC, the chairman all the way in Savannah as well. We say a pleasant evening, and thank you very much. Catch you next weekend. God bless. Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., BTMI, in association with Commentator Sports Incorporated, CSI, and the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic, BIMFC, welcomes back the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament to the beautiful island of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no-stopping, table-topping, jaw-dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, flick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details.
Hi, I'm Renee, and we are absolutely looking forward to welcoming you to Infinity on the Beach. We offer staycations, and the reason people choose us is because we're located right in the heart of the Gap, within walking distance of everything, but when you come back to the hotel, you have your own respite. We are right on the beautiful Dover Beach, so we provide the perfect location for that mix of local excitement and entertainment and relaxing time on the beach. If you walk out of the hotel in either direction, left or right, you have a choice of restaurants, nightlife, and amenities. So you never lack for anything to do. And when you come back to our property, you have a number of things you can choose from as well, including our beautiful Stefan's Beach Bar and Restaurant. The reason that many locals choose us, however, is because they say that when they come to stay with us, we make them feel like a tourist. And we're very, very proud of that fact. So please, when you're looking for somewhere to spend that relaxing weekend getaway, we invite you to come stay with us at Infinity on the Beach.
Goalkeeper Sports Bar, Licorice Village, Mayo Chill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 427-3168. Mobile number 826-0137. Lunchtime, Monday to Saturday from 11 a.m. On Wednesdays, cow heel soup. Fridays, meal cuckoo. Saturday mornings, sauce. Friday night, karaoke starts at 8 p.m. The Goalkeeper Sports Bar, 427-3168 and 826-0137.
Seafans Beach Bar and Restaurant, the hidden gem, nestled in Infinity on the Beach Hotel in St. Lawrence Gap, is open. We ensure that you can safely enjoy breakfast, lunch and dinner in our open-air setting, offering a sumptuous selection of tasty, affordable and locally themed dishes from our popular breakfast, our delectable lunch menu, and let's not forget our mouth-watering dinner. Seafans Beach Bar and Restaurant, every day, every meal.
Visit Ayers Meat Shop today for all your poultry, pork, beef, lamb, and fish needs. Located in the Aberdeen Jones Building, Gall Hill, Christchurch, you can purchase premium meat cuts specifically to suit your needs at unbeatable prices. You can also find us in the Glebe St. George and home delivery available island-wide. You can reach us at 256-2565 or 256-2629. Ayers Meat Shop.
Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. 7-seaters, jeeps, small cars, and mid-sized sedans. From as low as $78 Barbados daily. Special conditions apply. They offer free pickup and delivery, fully loaded vehicles, visitor rental permits, comprehensively insured, GPS available, and ask about our leasing program. Find us at Lodge Hill, St. Michael, Barbados. Telephone number 246-243-4653 or 246-230-5850. Go to our website at www.scottdeals.biz. Our email address is kkscott@hotmail.com, and our Facebook is Scotty's Cheap Car Rentals. Visa and MasterCards accepted. Scotty's Car Rentals. New cars, low prices. This week's Sweet Vibe Music Show on Hot 95.3 FM is powered by your favourite football legends, Melvin Ibo Oxley, Trevor Thorne and Julian Annell, and the crew at the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC and the Old Boys League Football Invitational Tournament OBL-FIT for every single kick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Visit www.bdsmfc.org. The Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC invites you to the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament on the beautiful island of Barbados. Combined sightseeing, sun, sea, sand, surf, and of course fabulous football. Weeks and weekend, Friday 26th through Monday 29th May 2023. Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic. Our YouTube channel is BIMFC Masters, and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org for all tournament details. The Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc. BTMI, in association with Commentator Sports Incorporated CSI and the Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic BIMFC, welcomes back the Caribbean's premier international veterans football tournament to the beautiful island of Barbados. BIMFC presents the best of local and overseas veterans footballers in a ding-dong battle, no stopping, table topping, jaw dropping football contest. Don't miss a single penalty kick, flick, free kick, set play, dead ball situation, volley, half volley, hat-trick, brace, goal! Follow us on Instagram at BIMFC246 or at Trevor Thorne Scores. On Facebook, visit Barbados Invitational Masters Football Classic and find us on our website at www.bdsmfc.org.